Here we have been solving problems on mode for discrete series and the continuous series. So the mode can be calculated for discrete series and continuous series. So under discrete series, the following steps are to be followed for locating model value. So in step number one, just by observation, step number two, grouping method, and step number three, by preparing grouping and analysis table, and step number four, empirical formula. So these are the four methods on which we are going to locate the model value for discrete series as well as the continuous series. Now the first problem, locate model value from the following data. So here, according to the step number one, so here we can locate the model value just by an observation. So here the size is the size or the value is given. The values are given, and as well as corresponding the frequencies are given. So one column size and second column the frequency. So here, just by an observation, we can say that the model value is 18 because it has highest frequency. So here 18 size is the model size because it is having maximum frequency. Therefore, by grouping by grouping means by just by an observation, we can say that, and we can locate the model value which is having the highest frequency, that the value is called as the model value. So therefore 18 is called as the model value because it has highest frequency. So this is the first method in which we can locate the model value just by observation, and locate the model value from the following data. So here just by grouping method, by grouping method, we can calculate the model value. So here just by an observation, here also we can we can locate the model value. Here the highest frequency is 20. Therefore the model value is 24. So 24 is called as the model value because it has highest frequency. But in case of frequency distribution not being normal, and concentration of frequencies in two or more variables, concentration of frequencies in two or more variables, then a grouping process can be resorted to find out the point of concentration. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ even the frequency distribution ಅಲ್ಲಿ, in case of frequency distribution not being normal ಇಲ್ದಲೇ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ, and concentration of frequencies in two or more variables, then grouping process can be resorted to find out the value of model value. And and uh, uh, there is a there is not a there is a small difference in between highest frequency and its preceding and its succeeding. Then the grouping method can be followed. And when it is frequency distribution is not being normal, and concentration of frequencies in two or more variables, so concentration of the frequencies in two or more variables, then grouping process or grouping method can be resorted to find out the point of concentration. So here ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಅಲ್ದಲೇ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು 2 ಅಥವಾ 3 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳ ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸೀಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸಕ್ಸೀಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ 20 ಇದೆ, 20 ಅದರ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಮತ್ತು 20 ಅದರ ಮುಂದಿನ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ concentration of frequencies in two or more variables. So then in such a case grouping method can be used. So by adding the preceding and succeeding frequencies for highest frequencies, so we can locate the model value. So here is the highest frequency 20, the 20, the preceding to that and succeeding to that. ನಾವು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ 20 ಇದೆ, 20 ಅದರ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಮುಂದಿನ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ 4 + 20 + 19 is equal to 43. Then highest frequency to its highest frequency to its succeeding and its preceding. So here 4 + 20 + 19 and 10 + 19 + 20, 20 + 19 + 10. So 4 + 20 by adding preceding and succeeding frequencies for highest, preceding and succeeding frequencies for highest 4 + 20 + 19. Then 20 ಆದಮೇಲೆ 19 ತೊಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. 19ಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಕ್ಸೀಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ 10 + 19 + 20. ಸೊ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಅದರ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಮುಂದಿನ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ 20ಗೆ. ಸೊ 4 + 20 + 19. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 19 ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ 20 10 + 19 + 20. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 4 + 20 + 19 is equal to 43. 20 + 19 + 10 is equal to 49. So here 49 the highest the value or the frequency and in between the highest the value 49 and that 20 + 19 + 10 ಈ 3 ಫಿಗರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಡ್ ಒನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ 19 ಇದೆ. 49 ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು 19 ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. 19 ಎಗೇನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟು that frequency is the model value. 32 is called as the model value. 32 is the model value, not the 24, because the concentration of frequencies is more for 32. So this is the way in which we can locate the model value by grouping method and computation of mode for continuous series. But by preparing grouping and analysis table, it is excluded from the syllabus. It is excluded. Now by group for continuous series, for continuous series, so empirical the formula. So by using empirical formula we can calculate the model value, and empirical formula which is to be used for continuous series. Now computation of mode for continuous series. So while calculating the value of mode for continuous series, some of the steps which are to be followed. So the first step is that if the given series is less than or more than and inclusive series, then convert the series into ordinary class interval and into exclusive series. So ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ less than frequency and more than frequency ಅಥವಾ inclusive series ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ, so the first step is to convert the series into ordinary class interval and into inclusive class inclusive say series into exclusive series. So this is the first step in which we have to follow. And the second step, if the given series class intervals are unequal, so if the given series class intervals are unequal, ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು series ಅಲ್ಲಿ class intervals unequal ಆದಾಗ, so we have to make them into equal class intervals. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅನ್ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ z is equal to L plus f1 minus f0 by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into c. So the z stands for mode. So here this is the formula, empirical formula, which is to be used for calculating or locating the model value. So where L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into c, where L is equal to lower limit of the model class, f1 is equal to frequency of the model class, f0 equals frequency of the class preceding the model class, f2 equals frequency of the class succeeding the model class, and c is equal to common difference or class interval. So these three steps which are to be followed while calculating mode for continuous series. Now take the problem. Calculate model marks from the following data. So here class interval is given and number of students. So here model class is 30 to 40. 30 to 40 is the model class because it has highest frequency 38. So here by applying the formula according to empirical formula or empirical method, just by applying the formula we can calculate the model value. So here just by an observation we can say that the model class is 30 to 40 because it has highest frequency 38. So therefore 38 is called as the f1. f1 38 ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು f1 ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದರ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ 20 f0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 38ಗೆ ಸಕ್ಸೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ succeeding frequency of the model class f2 13 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So therefore f1 38, f2 f0 20 and then f2 30 13. So therefore model class is 30 to 40 because it has highest frequency. Now apply the formula. Z is equal to L plus f1 minus f0 by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into c. Now L, lower limit of the model class 30 plus f1 38 minus f0 20 divided by 2 into 38 minus 20 minus 13 into c. Size of the size or the difference of the model class or magnitude of the model class 10. 30 to 40 difference is 10. Now 30 plus 20, 38 minus 20 18 into 10 180 divided by 2 into 38 76 minus 20 minus 13 minus 33. Now 30 plus 180 divided by 76 minus the 33 43. Therefore 30 plus 180 by 43, 30 plus 180 by 43 is equal to 4.186. So therefore 30 plus 4.186 is equal to 34.186. So this is the model, the value according to empirical, the method or formula. Now take another problem. So calculate model wages from the following data. So wages less than 50, less than 75, less than 100, less than 125, less than 70, because this is less than cumulative frequency and number of workers ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಇದು. So this is the problem of less than cumulative frequency. When less than cumulative or more than cumulative or inclusive class interval or inclusive series is given, then we have to convert these into ordinary frequency distribution as well as inclusive series into exclusive series. So this is what inclusive class interval. So inclusive frequency distribution, it has to be converted into an ordinary frequency distribution. So less than 50 means 25 to 50, because the difference of 50 to 75 25, 75 to 100 25, 100 to 125 25, and here 125 to 170 there is a difference of 50. Then we have to convert it into means equal class interval, because when unequal class intervals are given, then we have to convert them into equal class interval. This is another thing in which we have to keep in mind. 50 less than 50 andre ಇಲ್ಲಿ 25 to 50, less than 75 means 50 to 75, 50 to 50 to 75, and then less than 100 75 to 100, and less than 125. So 125 to 100, and less than 7. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ 170 ಇದೆ, ಆಗ ನಾವು 125 ಟು 150 ತೊಗೊಬೇಕು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 150 ಟು 175, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 175 ಟು 175 to 200, 200 to 225, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 225 ಟು 250. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ನಾವು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲಿ. 25 to 50, 50 to 75, 75 to 100, 100 to 125, 125 to 150, 150 to 175, 175 to 200, 200 to 225, and 225 to 250. Then number of workers frequency 12 ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ಯುಮುಲೇಟಿವ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, 12 ಬರ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. And then difference of succeeding frequency and to its preceding frequency, 20 minus 12 8, 46 minus 20 26, 53 minus 46 7, 53 minus 46 19, 72 minus 53 13, 85 minus 72 5, 90 minus 12, 20 minus 12 8, 46 minus 20 26, 53 minus 46 7, 72 minus 53 19, 72 minus 53 19, 85 minus 72 13, 90 minus 85 5, 93 minus 93, 100 minus 93 7. So this is the way in which uh, we can convert cumulative less than cumulative frequency into ordinary frequency distribution, ordinary frequency. Now, so after converting into less than cumulative frequency into ordinary frequency distribution, a class interval plus ordinary frequency distribution, then locate so which is the highest frequency. So here the highest frequency is 26. So here 26 is the highest frequency. After finding the highest frequency, then locate the model, the class. So model class is 75 to 100. So 75 to 100 is the model class because it has highest frequency. So therefore F1 is 26, F08, F2 7. Frequency of the model class 26. Frequency of the class presiding to its model class F08, and F2 F2 frequency of the class succeeding to its model class F2 7. So therefore apply the formula, then find the model value. Z is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into C. Class interval of the class interval, size of the class interval or magnitude of the class interval. So 75 to 100, there is a difference or magnitude of the class 25. So lower limit of the model class 75 plus f1 26 minus f08 divided by 2 into 26 minus 8 minus 7 into 25. Then substituting the values and simplifying it, 75 plus 26 minus 8 18 divided by 2 into 26 52 minus 15 plus into 25. Then 75 plus 18 into 25 450 divided by 52 minus 15 37. So therefore 75 plus 450 divided by 37 12.162. Therefore 75 plus 12.162 ಏನು ಇವೆರಡನ್ನ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ 87.162 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 87.162 ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ Z is equal to 87.162. So this is the way in which we can locate the model value for discrete and for continuous series.